A new trailer for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora just dropped on the PlayStation State of Play, unexpectedly to be honest, which gave us a bit more information about the story as the trailer is titled Official Story Trailer, and there's some interesting details that I found after rewatching the trailer a couple of times. Avatar Theory here, hope you're doing well and having a fantastic day, and as I said, a new trailer for Frontiers of Pandora dropped, and right out of the gate, the first thing to note is that at the bottom it says captured on PS5, mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics. Now we've seen this before in the gameplay overview trailer, and of course, although this looks phenomenal, I still feel that the PC trailer looks a bit better. Of course, obviously the PC is going to look better than consoles, but it still looks stunning nonetheless. The next shot is quite a close-up of our character, clearly showing a scar on the left side of the cheek, which I will go into in a moment, and it is important to remember that your character is fully customizable. As your character is looking up at the Hallelujah Mountains, you can see some banshees flying around, and your character is also wearing an RDA t-shirt, so I'm guessing this is likely early in the game, shortly after you woke up from being in cryosleep. Your character then has a flashback of Mercer, the villain of the story, where he states to our character that you are what I made you, shortly before we get to that shot where our character gets saved by an avatar, one we've seen in previous trailers. We hear some dialogue of our characters stating that she was abducted by the RDA for 15 years, while we get a glimpse of some of the new creatures in Frontiers of Pandora. A character then approaches on a banshee, jumps off, points at the scar on your face, and says that you are Sorrentu. So that basically implies that you were part of the Sorrentu clan, which I'm guessing probably disappeared or went missing throughout the game, and now that you are returning, all the Na'vi are seeing that you were part of this Sorrentu clan, this missing or this mythical clan in Pandora. It shows then a beautiful shot of Home Tree as we hear the iconic Avatar theme playing in the background, and genuinely this just gave me a lot of goosebumps. I really just want to play this game right now, and it just looks absolutely stunning. Even though it is on PlayStation 5, this game looks absolutely phenomenal. Your character then says that they must seek those who can teach you the ways of the Na'vi, and I'm guessing that's going to be like different chapters in the campaign where you meet different clans, and each clan is of course going to teach you certain things. Like one clan is going to teach you how to ride an Ikran, one clan is going to teach you how to ride a dire horse, and so on. So that's going to be mostly probably the beginning chapters of the game, and as you progress, become more powerful, so will you also learn more about the different clans in the Western Frontier. Your character then connects to the strange tree or plant, one that we've not yet seen in the movies, but we've seen before from previous trailers that when you connect to this plant, you essentially open up your skill tree. So I'm guessing you're going to need to do this each time you level up. The trailer then shows a bit of first-person gameplay as the character goes to tame their own Ikran, and this is the first time we've seen this in trailers. We've not yet seen this in any of the other trailers. And honestly, the detail on this Ikran is absolutely incredible. And then as your character runs and jumps off the mountain, we hear a Na'vi in the background shouting, "Call for her, call for your Ikran." And as I predicted in previous videos, it does seem like the mechanic will work the same as in, for example, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where you press a button to call your horse. Now, one interesting bit about this Ikran gameplay, if you pause at the right moment, or if you play it in slow motion, you can actually see your Ikran grabbing fish from the water, eating, and it has been said that you can feed your Ikran, and here it just basically shows it in action. We then see the first time our Ikran landing on the ground, and I do wonder if you're on the ground calling your Ikran, if basically this is what it's going to look like. You're going to be on the ground, you're going to call your Ikran, it's going to land next to you, and then you're just going to jump on it, as we already know what it looks like when you call your Ikran while jumping in the air. We then just again see a quick shot of your character before transitioning to a more action-packed scene where we see two amp suits, one being slightly different colors from the variations we've seen in the movies. One interesting part that was also shown in the trailer was this kind of like a side mission where we see one of the new creatures of Pandora being captured, and once you free them, you can see they release some sort of shockwave which even knocks your character. And as your character is taking out a bunch of amp suits, we also see some of your allies assisting you from air, which makes me wonder if you can essentially call for support during certain outpost missions. But the sequence does look exciting nonetheless. I just do worry if we're gonna have too many outpost missions and if they're gonna be too similar. So at the end of the game, we're gonna have like 20 outpost missions that is basically the same one after the other. I do hope there's some changing in them, making them a bit more difficult, challenging you to approach them in different ways. But as the trailer ends, we see our characters standing next to their Ikran with two amp suits downed on both sides. And then of course we just cut to the title screen with the release date of December 7th, 2023. So as I was about to wrap up this video, I saw that there was a PlayStation blog post on Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which gave us even a bit more information on the trailer and our character from the game. Now I will leave a link to the trailer and the blog post in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. So I'm just going to read this and then basically give my thoughts and comments afterwards. So the article goes as follows, quote, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is coming to PlayStation 5 on December 7th, offering fans the chance to play as a Na'vi and fight against the Resource Development Administration, RDA, to protect the beautiful moon of Pandora. PlayStation players will receive the Ranahe Warrior Pack for free, which grants them character and weapon cosmetic sets. In a new trailer focusing on the game's story, you can learn more about the hero's journey as a child of two worlds who seeks to reconnect with their lost heritage. In Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, you play as a Na'vi who as an infant was abducted by the RDA to be part of the Ambassador Program, TAP, and trained in human ways. You've been kept away from your homeworld of Pandora and from your people. You are one of the remaining members of the respected Sorrento clan thought to have disappeared years ago. End quote. Now I just want to pause there. As I said in the beginning of my video that this was probably the case, here you can see that it is true that your character was part of the Sorrento clan and kind of like disappeared, of this mythical clan that was thought to not exist anymore. So that's likely going to play a big role in the game. Now going on to this article, quote, during the Battle of the Hallelujah Mountains, which is the first movie features in the first Avatar movie, you were put into emergency cryosleep as the RDA evacuated Pandora. 15 years later, you wake up and step onto Pandora as a stranger in your birthplace. To help you reconnect with Pandora and learn the ways of the Na'vi, you will meet other Na'vi clans as you explore the western frontier. You'll encounter the Ranahe, a clan of weavers who value tradition, the Zeswa, a clan of nomads who are ready for a fight with the RDA, and the Kamatire, a clan of enigmatic and reclusive healers. These Na'vi will also teach you to make a bond with your own companion Banshee or Ikran. And once you do, there are many ways you can explore and defend Pandora together. You can even leap off a cliff and call for your Ikran and explore Pandora from the skies. You will also learn to ride like a Na'vi on a dire horse. The RDA has returned to Pandora, more dangerous than ever, and once again threatens the flourishing ecosystem and its clans. You are determined to stop the RDA from destroying your home world. Fight them with both Na'vi and RDA weapons. Use your incredible strength and agility, craft new gear, and upgrade your skills and weapons as you heal and protect Pandora. Prepare to become Na'vi and fight for Pandora in Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, coming to PS5 on December 7th. End quote. The article then just continues about the Collector's Edition, the Gold Edition, the Ultimate Edition, and the pre-order, which I've spoken in length in previous videos. Now, the information from this, of course, as I said, as I predicted in the beginning of this video, you are part of the Sorrento clan, and this mythical clan have disappeared, and now that you've woken up 15 years later after being in cryosleep, you are discovered by this new clan, and then you have to basically learn the ways of the Na'vi while still being able to wield RDA weapons. A big part of this game, or at least the beginning part of this game, seemed to be taking place on the Battle of the Hallelujah Mountains, which, as I said, is in the first movie. So I do wonder if we're gonna get character references or character mentions from the first movie in this game, and perhaps maybe the expansions will touch on the second movie. Heck, we might even get hints on the third Avatar movie in some of the expansions. That would be quite something if we have some minor characters in the game, or even major characters in the game, that ends up being side characters in the third movie, or just mentioned in the third movie. That would be pretty interesting, but I don't know if Ubisoft will go that route. Regardless, with this article and this new trailer, there was quite a bunch to unpack, to be honest. But as I mentioned, the trailer and the article link is in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. But what did you think of this brand new trailer? Let me know in the comments below, and for more Avatar content, have a look at the rest of my channel. Until next time, have a fantastic day and stay safe.